Sora, Donald, and Goofy are en route to the next set of worlds that Sid's navigation gummy installation has given them access to. The first one that comes into view is an Arabian city of sand and gold. As the group land their ship in the desert, they enter the city and immediately run into ISIS. Just kidding. Maleficent is talking to Jafar, the royal vizier who has deposed the Sultan and seized control of Agrabah, and they're finally starting to open up about their actual plans. Apparently they're looking for 7 maidens of the purest heart, whom they call the Princesses of Heart, who are needed for opening the door. The door? Yes, the door. What door? The door. Apparently Princess Jasmine fits that bill, so Jafar has the Heartless looking for her, which, by the way, it's worth noting that the bandit Heartless wield swords, which means Heartless are conscious enough to use tools, just more fuel to the fire that this game's about fighting genocide with genocide. Where's the PETH organization? People for the Ethical Treatment of Heartless. I don't see any protesters in these streets. Or people, for that matter. We need Ricky Gervais to retweet some shit. As the trio wander around the deserted plazas, they come into an alley where they see a girl hiding very poorly behind 2 short stacks of boxes. The woman timidly peeps out a "hello," not knowing who Sora, Donald, and Goofy are, but when you're hiding from an evil government official, it makes sense to trust the first group of people who find you. She introduces herself as Jasmine, the princess of Agrabah, and as she's talking about who saved her, she's being super vague for no reason to build fake tension. She's all like, "Jafar caught me trying to escape, but he helped me." And you're like, who, God? What's with the pronouns? That's not very inclusive. Then she name drops Aladdin, and you're like, yeah, that's not much of a reveal given what world we're in. Now, if you had said Peter Pan helped you, I'd have been like, oh shit, the most ambitious and pointless crossover of all time. Jafar interrupts the conversation and sicks some Heartless on him. Sora tells Jasmine to run, so she goes off by herself to escape the people who just started protecting her. After shimmying up the stripper pole to Aladdin's house, he must have a super strong core by the way, you can rescue a trapped magic carpet known as the Magic Carpet. It'll fly off toward the desert where the group follows it to go rescue Aladdin himself, who is trapped in a sand pit with his monkey surrounded by more Heartless. As you fight them, you can notice that Aladdin has sunk completely underneath the sand hole and therefore cannot breathe, so feel free to take your time. Once you defeat enough, he fantastically just gets up out of the hole by himself by standing up taller and rubs a lamp saying, "Genie, get rid of these guys!" A genie appears from the lamp, snaps his fingers, and the Heartless vanish. It would have been super cool if Aladdin had the foresight to use his first wish saying, "Genie, get rid of every single one of these guys that exist in all the worlds," but he don't know the gravity of the situation, so don't blame him for squandering a chance to end all future conflict forever. As they fly back to the city, they explain all the genie bullshit, where he does what must be a ritual at this point, of complaining how nobody ever sets him free. I love the idea of him trying to guilt all his previous masters after wish number 2, like, "Gee, it sure would be nice to be able to roam freely around this world and finally escape this eternal prison." And then the master's like, "Alright, Genie, my final wish. Go get me a pizza." So he does it to Aladdin, and Aladdin's like, "Say, Genie, what if I use my last wish to free you from the lamp?" And then Genie's all bullshitting like, "Whoa, what? That was your idea!" Back at Aladdin's house, the group convene to get a grip on their situation. Jafar is after Jasmine and the keyhole, and upon hearing keyhole, Genie's ears perk up like, "Keyhole? Could swear I heard something about that like 200 years ago," which makes you wonder what was going on 200 years ago. It's an important declaration disguised as throwaway lore. People should look into that. Finally, the cavalcade of cartoon characters confronts the cunning captor of Aladdin's true love. Yeah, I guess Jasmine got found somewhere along the way, told her she shouldn't have run. Aladdin wishes for Genie to get Jasmine, so he picks her up, but Jafar's pet bird, Gilbert Gottfried, steals the lamp, which makes Jafar Genie's new master. Genie drops Jasmine into a pot that turns into a Heartless known as a pot spider, which is the most skin-crawlingly disgusting thing that happens in this game. Jasmine trapped in a pot with a giant spider in it. She should be traumatized. I'd have killed myself. The spiders converge into a lengthy pot centipede to compound the grossness that you must kill while Jafar and everybody escape. After exterminating the giant pest and not getting paid enough for this shit, we hightail it to the desert, where the Cave of Wonders tiger head has also been possessed by darkness somehow, so now you have to give it some unwanted laser eye surgery to be able to get into the cave and track down your stolen friends. But after beating Jafar's ass in both non-genie and genie form, the conflict is finally over. The only problem is now Jasmine is missing again. Somebody kidnapped her, which she must be getting tired of at this point. Aladdin tries to go with Sora, Donald, and Goofy to go find her outside the world of Agrabah, but they're like, sorry, you have to stay here and probably drink yourself to death and worry. Genie comes along as a summon, though, as a favor, which is kind of like a wish, only worse, and not guaranteed, and easily quittable. Well, that's gonna do it for Agrabah. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe and stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.